And I don't know if you remember last month, we had a couple of different things going on with regard to fires. Kind of early in the fire season, we had the sage fire earlier in July, right around the weekend of the 9th. And then a couple of weeks later, the bigger one, the big one, the sand fire that we were all here reporting on till late in the nights and early in the mornings and continued on. Fortunately, our smiling and alert fire crews had actually gotten a lot of that under control. Our first responders, we have to thank. We lost relatively little compared to the size of the fire, and especially how close some of the fire got to, especially some of the neighborhoods, Fair Oaks Ranch, of course, Sand Canyon, Clarita Canyon. So what did we do? We had a bit of a wingding last Saturday. It was Central Park, and kind of a thank you for the first responders. And a lot of people came out to the event. It was a great event, and including the gardening club that is right here in Santa Clarita. And here to talk about, because they did kind of a little special donation to the first responders event. We've got Diane, Carol, and Graham. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
So first of all, let's we were talking a little bit about this off the air. The gardening club. We have something. I was saying I have a brown thumb, but it's nice to know that there would be a place to go if I wanted to kind of get together. Tell me a little bit about. Give me some background on the gardening club.
Well, the gardening club started about 7 years ago. In fact, I founded it with my friend Kathy Phillips. There are so many gardeners here in Santa Clarita, but we didn't have a vehicle to communicate with each other and share gardening stories, which gardeners love to do. And also to help people that do have that brown thumb and to encourage people to get outside. That was really our goal. And 7 years later, we have a thriving club, and we love to get together once a month, and it's just fun to be with other gardeners.
You know, I found, I kind of slightly, there's some things I kill, like tomato plants and some other things, but I do actually do my own yard work. And there is something, sometimes I think of it as a chore, but the other times, once I start getting out there and really getting into it, and especially when it's a nice day, and especially once I'm done, and I've done the little things, and I've weeded and done stuff, and especially there are a few things I can grow. There is actually a sense of accomplishment, and especially being outside, like you said, Diane, and kind of communing with nature and getting away from the smartphones and everything else, and just kind of relaxing. Is that something that you find is kind of a recreating within ourselves the ability to kind of center ourselves once again?
I think it's therapeutic. I think that when you're out there, it's hard to think about other things. You're keyed in with what you're doing, and it sort of decompresses. You know, we live in a fast-paced world right now. When you grow things, you have to wait for them to grow.
That is very true. As my mother used to always, she grew up on a farm. She said, I just love watching things grow. And I didn't get it until I got older. So I want to talk a little bit, though, about the first responders event, and your organization had shown up. Tell me a little bit about what went on there.
Well, basically, we had realized that the first responders had done such a wonderful job. They had saved so much property and so many lives, and we wanted to say a thank you to them. So really, it was a spur-of-the-moment thing for the club. A monthly meeting was coming up, because we meet every second Thursday of the month, and we just said, well, we'd like to do something. So we asked the members that were there if they would like to make a donation so that we can do our little bit to help the people that were suffering from the fire. And the response was incredible. We had a very, very good response from a small room full of people. We raised the amount that we raised and looked for a venue to donate it. And we did that last weekend.
And so the gardening club actually got together and put donations together for the victims of the fire and the first responders.
Yes,
correct.
Yes, we did.
How much money did you raise? Can you tell me?
We made a donation in the end of $730.
And this was all just kind of spur of the moment.
This is a spur of the moment.
Yes.
We hadn't given them any warning or anything like bring your checkbooks, but those who didn't bring their checkbooks actually sent checks in afterwards.
Well, that's very nice.
Yes.
So, wow, that is quite the accomplishment. So that's pretty amazing. Thank you so much for everything you've done for our community. I think it's outstanding. Tell me a little bit about, let's say, someone tuning in saying, you know what, I would like to get better at my gardening game. How do I get involved with the gardening club?
Well, first of all, come to our meetings, second Thursday of each month in Canyon Country at the Sierra Hills Clubhouse. You can go to our Facebook page, and it has all the information about our meetings. And our meetings are very informal, they're fun, we have refreshments, we always have a speaker. You learn a little bit about gardening, but more importantly, you connect with other people that care about that.
I think
And it's fun. We like fun.
That is a lot of fun, yes.
Our meeting is from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
So just real nice, easy. Second Thursday of the month, Sierra Hills, and that's your Facebook page. We could just do a search for, is it Santa Clarita Gardening Club?
Yes.
Gardening Club of Santa Clarita.
Gardening Club of Santa Clarita.
Clarita.
Outstanding. Might even be able to find that through our Facebook, our website as well, hometownstation.com. I want to thank you so much for coming out, and this is very insightful for me, and learning about all the little clubs and organizations here in Santa Clarita. Always fun. Graham, Carol, Diane, and also thank you very much for your generous donation to the First Responders event. And thank you very much, and best of
very
luck
welcome.
Thank
and
you.
continued success with the group.
I know.